Welcome back to the matchup, Cowboys versus Saints. We've talked about that Cowboys offense, but there's nothing quite like the Dallas defense. And one of the guys making a big impact in that backfield is Donovan Wilson, but he's been doing stuff like that since his high school days. I caught up with his former high school DB's coach, just reflecting on Donovan's story and how he saw that he could be an NFL player in the beginning.
Nothing that he does on Sunday surprises me, because if you go back, he's well documented on the things that he's doing in the league that he did in high school.
Former Woodlawn defensive backs coach Derwin Wilson knew that Donovan Wilson was a hungry, hard-working athlete the first time he met him his sophomore year. Donovan was like a sponge who soaked up as much knowledge as he could to become a better player.
It was tremendous growth every year. I mean, he got better, got stronger, got faster. I mean, when I first met him, he was like Stick. We gave him a nickname, Stick Man, and because he was about 145 pounds when I met him as a sophomore year, and he continued to get better, continued to eat, try to get better. He had a mom that was very providing for him, and she did whatever she needed to do, whatever the coaches asked for her. During his senior year, I mean, he had 13 interceptions, and part of that with him not having 17 and 20 is probably my fault, because there was a lot of ball games that I took him out early and things like that where he could have had probably 6 or 7 interceptions in a ball game. He was just that fanatic.
When Donovan went on to continue his career on the college level at Texas A&M, Coach Derwin still played a big part, coaching Donovan on and off the field.
So anytime he had issues going on in practice, anytime he had anything that he wanted to talk about, we continued to stay in his ear. During the off season, I trained him. It was numerous of times I went to Texas A&M and trained him and worked him out and different things like that. And he always came back to me because he knew that I was going to be honest with him and things like that on what did he need to do to get better. Coach, what do you see on this? What do you see on that?
As the years went by, Coach Derwin noticed a lot of similarities between him and Donovan. They were so alike that sometimes it felt as if they could be family. Well, it turns out the two are actually related.
It was nice that I would go home and I would just see myself in him a lot, and I would go like home thinking about what is it about this guy? What is it about this guy that's just so hungry and wants to get better, wants to continue to get better and soak up the knowledge. And once I finally realized that, I realized that it was the bloodline. So
Coach Derwin and Donovan didn't realize that they were related until Donovan's senior year of high school.
His mom said she thought that we actually already knew it, because his mom is actually, their family is from Blue Goose, and that's the same spot that my family is from, Blue Goose. And everybody know that it's very small, close to Gibson, Taylor, Louisiana, so that's where our Wilson blood is very, very neat type, but we didn't have a lot of family reunions growing up, so again, none of our family knew exactly of the extension of how big that tree is.
For Coach Derwin, it means a lot to see Donovan shining on the biggest stage there is, and it truly feels like a job well done as a coach.
I mean, a lot of times we watch highlights of guys like Tremont Williams, Tyron Matthew, and those guys like that, because those are some of my favorite players growing up. When I put those film on for those guys, and he's able to exemplify the same thing like that those guys does, it just makes me smile.